Are you ready to tell the world that we want a government which represents all of us and not just the 1%? Are you ready to tell the world you noticed? Are you ready to tell the world that this country faces many serious crises and that together we are going to resolve those crises? We're going to win this election for a number of reasons. And the most important reason is that the American people understand that given the problems that we face, a government run by billionaires is not going to solve those problems. Here in California, we intend in this campaign to do dozens of rallies up and down the state. We're going to speak to more than 200,000 Californians. And on June 7th, there's going to be a huge voter turnout. And we're going to win the Democratic primary here. And if we win the Democratic primary here in California and in the other 5 states that are up on June 7th, we're going to have enormous momentum going into the Democratic convention. And at a time when every national poll and almost every statewide poll shows us defeating Donald Trump, always with a bigger margin than Clinton, we're going to leave the Democratic convention with the nomination. That in America, we have millions of senior citizens, disabled veterans, and people with disabilities who are struggling right now to stay alive on $10,000 a year Social Security. There is no excuse when in this country, the wealthiest country in the history of the world, we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country. There is no excuse where today, in Cathedral City or in Burlington, Vermont, moms are going out to work. They're working 50 or 60 hours a week at low wages, and they don't have enough money to provide decently for their children. That is not what this country is supposed to be about. So what are we going to do about it? I'll tell you what we're going to do about it. Now that you asked, I'll tell you. What we're going to do is make it very clear that in this country, if you work 40 hours a week, you will not live in poverty. And that means raising the federal starvation minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to $15 an hour. And what it means is that in America, women should not be forced to work for 79 cents on the dollar compared to men. And I know that every man here is going to stand with the women in the fight for pay equity.
Updated the website to say, do the proceeds go to the campaign? No, we're all independent.